And, you know, the king must die. And I just, yeah, I wanted to manage that club, and I had always envisioned that. I don't know about owning one. I would definitely need a business partner for that because I'm not good at managing money. But I do want to have a place where women, not just women, but anyone, like I would like, everyone to have a chance to be a dancer and have
Yeah.
a venue where they can express themselves in a physical way like that.
Yeah. Same seas.
Hmm.
Amazing. So before we move on to our next segments, I want to ask you, what would you say to other strippers in any part of the country right now about, like, if they are are feeling, if they're having grievances of where they're working, or just in general, like, what would be your message to other strippers?
Teddy,
I
go
would,
first.
oh, yeah, I would say you have power in numbers. Don't go to your
Mm-hmm.
managers, especially don't go to your managers individually. It's way more easy for them to discard you and claim you as a one off. This industry needs you, it's built on you, but it's also built on exploiting you.
Mm,
So get together with
Yeah.
every other
yeah.
girl you know, and I
Yeah,
bet you
and
money you
I
all
think,
have the same
I
grievances that
back
you can
up
bring
what Teddy
together.
says. I back that up, and I also just want to say, you're not alone. Talk to some of the other dancers, like even online, like reach out to Soldiers of Pole, find out that there's like a whole army of us that are trying to work to make this a better place for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, something that comes up for me sometimes when I talk to people who just aren't, they're just ignorant about our line of work. No judgment, they just don't know as much as we know. And they'll say things like, "Oh, well, what do you expect? Of course there's crazy shit going on over there. It's a strip club. What do you expect?" And my response to that is, it doesn't have to be that way. Just
Hmm.
because it is that way now doesn't mean that it has to be that way, and that's the only way it can be. It can be good for everyone and healthy for everyone. It can be. And so that's where my frustration lies a lot in. And I think that, especially when talking to civilians, that they think that it's always going to be crazy just because it's sex work and a strip club, and it just doesn't have to be that way, you know.
Yeah,
So
Hmm.
yeah, I
exactly.
advocate for huge change, massive change, reform,
Right.
reform and revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that might spark some anarchist part of you, cuz cuz I feel the same. I'm like, fuck the system, fuck anyone that tries to tell me what to do. Like, I hated school, I dropped out of college, I cut classes all the time, and now I go on live streams and I'm like, pay your taxes, follow the rules, you know? I'm like, who am I? You know? But
Yeah,
um
that some of that part is hard for me, and I know hard for a lot of other dancers to get with. And at the same time, like as I start to see the way the world is working now, I'm definitely like realizing that because of a lot of my anarchist ways, I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
yeah.
If I get fired, I have nothing. If I, and that's the thing. When I complain about getting fired online or I complain about anything, people will be like, well, file for unemployment. I'm like, I can't. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have any proof of income. And I think that's one of the things that I'm starting to realize. Okay, so I do need to like file some stuff. I do need to do some paperwork. So like I can get unemployment. I can get some of the things when I still have to pay my bills, like I can't just
Yeah.
pretend that I can just run out and get another job that quick like I used to be able to. And
Yeah.
that's not due to me getting older as much as it is due to also the industry just not having the space,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, times are changing, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for that. We're going to move on to our next segment.
Want to be fabulous just like these strippers? Pay attention. It's Stripper Tips.
All right, we've got Teddy up. She's going to give our stripper tip on this episode. Teddy, what's your stripper tip?
This is a good tip for everybody. Always demand a payment for any services up front, and always have multiple ways of accepting payment. Don't let anyone ever tell you, well, oh, I don't have cash, or oh, I don't have that. Be like, cool, I have Square, I have Venmo, I have Cash App, I have PayPal.
Right, right.
Whatever you want,
So
I can take it.
Got it. So always accept the money up front. Yeah. And we learn that from like lap dancing and sometimes not getting the money up front, and at the end of it they refuse payment, right?
Yep.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like the most shitty thing ever. And what have you done in the past when that's happened? When you're like, okay, you owe me for like 5 lap dances, and like, no, I don't. Like, what do you do?
In the past, I have either what I used to do when I worked in places with more confined dance rooms was I would literally block the exit, and I'd be like, neither of us is leaving this room until one of us gets paid, and that's just it. And I'll be like, I'll send your card out with the waitress if you want, and she can charge you, but I'm not going. I'm like, I don't have anywhere to be, so we're chilling together. Or I have physically, I have at times gently, because I don't want any charges, gently dragged people to the ATM to recoup my payment.
Tight. Fearless. You're fearless. You stand your ground. I love it. All right, Malice, are you ready? What's your stripper tip? All right.
Okay, I have kind of what I think is more of like a stripper Boy Scout tip, and that is that one of the things that you should always have in your, or some of the things that you should always have in your bag besides your shoes and your outfits, is you should always have some super glue, some electrical tape, and a pair of scissors. All of these things you will need. Maybe not every night, but almost probably every other night you need one of those items. So if you don't have those, you know, you can kind of hope that someone might, but it's better just to make sure you have them yourself. So keep those in your bag.
Stripper kit.
Yeah, stripper kit.
Yes. I always needed electrical tape and super glue. Always. Yes, You're right. Key. Such a good tip. Thank you so much for that. Right on.
Get ready for our rapid fire question round. It's time for 4 for 1.
Okay, Teddy, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Where is the strangest place you've ever urinated?
Middle of the desert, Nevada, middle of the night.
Have you ever flashed a window cleaner while he was hanging outside of the 20th floor of a casino hotel?
Possibly accidentally.
Follow-up question, who have you flashed and when, randomly, not at the strip club?
Oh gosh, who have I not? I used to live in a place with floor-to-ceiling windows, and I would never get dressed ever. So literally everyone who lived on my street or wandered by had at times.
Everyone all the time.
Yeah, just constantly.
Got it. Okay, Malice, here we go.
Okay.
What secret conspiracy would you like to start?
I would like to start a conspiracy that that I am the child of Wendy O. Williams.
Wendy Williams?
Wendy O. Williams from the Cosmetics. That's not a real conspiracy. That's not a real conspiracy. Okay, no, really?
It doesn't have to be real.
Really?
Wendy O. Williams.
Yeah, Wendy O. Williams. She's a singer of the Plasmatics and like a Mohawken woman legend.
I love it.
That's
great. Well, we'll start it here right now. You are the love child of Wendy O. Williams. Perfect. Yeah. Last question. What are the nicknames for some of the customers that you've known over the years? Do you have nicknames for them?
Oh, yeah. We had one that was called Bowl Cut. I don't know if you ever even met him. He was like at Jumbo's and Cheetah's, and he was a very, very angry man.
I don't know. Bowl cut?
Bowl cut, because he always had a bowl cut, and he would
bowl cut.
Bowl cut,
okay.
yeah. And he would sit there with like, basically like maybe 5 $1 bills in front of him while he drank a coffee and never tip anyone and just look angry at everyone.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he was
Is
great.
that it?
We
Do you have
loved
any
him.
other nicknames?
Yeah, no, I can't think of anything right now, but
Okay.
Bowl Cut is probably the best character ever.
I love it. Okay, good.
Wait, there was oh, what was his name? I think Teddy, you were there when he was there. He's the creepy dude that would buy everyone pizza that like got tattooed like every day. The old man.
Oh, I don't remember anyone's nickname for him, but I remember him.
And he liked to suck off people's high heel shoe. Like he liked to like pretend he was deep throating it.
Yeah.
Oh, we called him creepy something. I don't know.
Creepy something. There it is. Good enough. Creepy something. And that's the great things about sex workers is we will not judge you for the creepy and weird things that you're into, just so long as you're not hurting anybody in the process. Yeah.
Yeah, I let him
and if
suck
you're
my
paying.
too.
Yeah, and you're paying us for our service. Our service, not the club service.
Right.
Oh my gosh, this has been so great. Thank you so much for both joining me and being here and working with us during this like new way of figuring out podcasts during quarantine life. I salute you for your patience and for your service that you've given to our country and to all the men for all the years. So thank you for being here. And yeah, and tell everyone how we can find each of you before we go. Teddy?
Oh, well, I'm on Instagram.
Like if you want people to follow
Instagram
you.
name back. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Teddy B. Ruxpin. RUXPIN. I have to spell that because I guess a lot of people don't know what a Teddy Ruxpin is and they don't get.
I know what a Teddy Ruxpin is.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. Is there any other ways or any other things that you want the audience to know about?
No, I don't really run a bunch of other stuff right now. But if I do, you'll find out about it on my Instagram.
Perfect. Okay. And Malice, how can we find you?
I am official Malice McMunn, OFFICIALMALICEMCMUNN. On Instagram, I am the owner of Malicious Creatures Clothing, which is the tits that she's wearing on her shirt. And I am, and I'll have that shit in my bio. Also, I have a YouTube channel under Malice McMunn as well, where that is what I'm doing instead of dancing now. I'm just on there reviewing my old VHS tapes. So people that want to nerd out with me can nerd out with me.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much for joining us, and stay safe and healthy out there.
Oh, you too.
Thank you. All right, guys. See you next week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Bye. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can email us at yesastripperpodcast@gmail.com. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at yesastripperpodcast. And you can catch the show on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, anywhere that you can find podcasts. We hope you tune in next week. I've been your host, A.M. Davies. See you soon.